We begin on the fire watch tonight. The Dixie fire burning in Plumas and Butte counties is prompting new evacuations tonight. Good evening, I'm Tony Lopez.
And I'm Marley Ginter. Thanks for joining us at 6 o'clock. Our news also streaming live on CBS and Sacramento right now. Authorities now telling people from Twain East to the Greenville Y to leave immediately. The Dixie fire has burned more than 30,000 acres and is threatening more than 800 structures. It's only 15% contained at this point. Now, PG&E has submitted a report to regulators acknowledging that their equipment may be to blame for sparking the fire. But a drone operator who grounded CAL FIRE planes Tuesday may have had a hand in the fire getting out of control.
So what does that mean for liability? CBS 13 investigative reporter Julie Watts is live tonight for us, getting answers. Julie.
Yeah, guys, PG&E does not specifically reference that drone in its report to regulators, but they do lay out a timeline which notes the fire exploded in the hours after CAL FIRE had to ground their planes because of that drone.
Priority was that air attack, and we couldn't do that. And as soon as that drone got up, they had to cease those operations.
CAL FIRE voicing their frustration last week that a drone kept them from doing their job. Now the Dixie fire timeline PG&E submitted to regulators hints at a possible impact. According to the report submitted to regulators, there was an outage in the area around 7 o'clock in the morning last Tuesday. A troubleman saw what he thought was a blown fuse from a distance. According to PG&E, road work and a bridge closure kept him from getting close enough to confirm until 4:40. That's when they say he reported a small fire at the base of a healthy green tree leaning on PG&E equipment. Around 5:30, the report says CAL FIRE began dropping fire retardant in water. By 8:45 that evening, the fire was only at a couple of acres, but a drone in the area unexpectedly grounded planes, allowing the fire to grow that night, exploding the next day. Could PG&E argue that they may have sparked the fire, but the only reason there was so much damage was because of this drone?
PG&E can absolutely argue that the spread of the fire was someone else's fault.
Mark Toney of the Utility Reform Network says that would be up to a court to decide. And even if investigators find PG&E sparked the fire, there's a chance that they can use the state's wildfire insurance fund to pay for the damages, unless the utility is found negligent.
Then the shareholders would have to pay the fire damage.
Now, PG&E tells us that this report is preliminary, and they submitted it, quote, in an abundance of caution, in part because CAL FIRE had already started collecting PG&E equipment as evidence. Now, we did ask both CAL FIRE and Butte County sheriffs if they had identified the drone operator, and at this point, they have not gotten back to us with that.